Ahi ahi Marie, welcome to our writing lesson. Today's sentence is going to be a sentence based on this book, The Silly Book. Okay? There are some very funny pictures in here. We've read this one, so you'll remember some of them. I thought that I would think of my own silly thing to draw and then I would write about it. I was looking at this page. I really like this page. Very funny. I thought I would think of my own silly picture and then my own silly sentence. I had a good think and I wanted my words to rhyme. So rhyming words are words that sound the same but have a different beginning sound, like bat, cat, hat, mat, or mop, plop. Can you think of any more? Maybe tin and bin. These are all rhyming words. So my sentence, I wanted it to be funny and I wanted it to have rhyming words. I came up with silly cats in silly hats. How many words? Silly cats in silly hats. That's 5 words. Very good. Okay. Now, sometimes we can do this. If we know that the word is somewhere, we can look at how it's spelt and take that word, the spelling of that word, and use it in our story. So I know that this book is called The Silly Book. Okay? So I know that this is how I spell silly. Silly. Now that's the first word of my sentence. Silly cats in silly hats. What do I need to do first though? I've forgotten something. I need to do my picture. So picture first, and then I've got my sentence ready to go. If I'm writing about silly cats and silly hats, what should I draw? A silly cat wearing a silly hat. Okay, let's see how good I am at drawing cats. Now, it's alright, not perfect, doesn't matter. We just have to have a picture to help us remember what our writing's going to be about. Got a cat, but silly cats. Cat, cats. So I'm going to draw another one. This one's going to be a ginger cat. Okay, I've got my cats. Now I'm going to give them some silly hats. Now what could I do to make a hat really silly? Okay, I've got my silly cats with silly hats. This one has fish attached to its hat. I'm not sure why, it's just silly. Okay. Silly cats and silly hats. Now, I can use this word here for my word silly. I know that this is silly. Okay, what do I need to remember? A capital letter. My first word is silly. Silly cats and silly hats. First word, silly. S. Now, I immediately know the first sound is an S, because I can hear it. Yeah. This one here needs to be a nice big capital S, because that's the beginning of my sentence. But I'm going to just copy this word in here because I know that's what it says. It's a really easy thing to do. If you know that the word is written somewhere, you can go and find that word and put it into your writing. Okay? So I-L-L-Y. Silly cats. What is that sound? Now there are 2 letters that can make this sound. That makes that sound, and also now I can see that there's a cat there, so that must be that one. This is our C. A C can make a k sound. Right, finger space. C. That's our first sound. K. Second sound, a. K. eh, 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 eh. Yeah. Same beginning sound as apple. You've got it. Just here. Write that in. Open mouth, short stick. K, eh, last sound, t. Ooh, not quite the last sound, is it? K, t. Yeah. T, very good. And then this is our last sound, really. K, t, s, because we're writing cats, not cat. Cats, because there's two here. K, t, s, s. What's that letter? Yep, S. Very good. I know you're very good at finding that S sound. Silly cats. Silly cats, finger space. What's our next word? In. In. Now I know that in is in my yellow writing box. My yellow word box. It is the only one that starts with I. I. Can you see it? Point to it. Yeah, very good. In. Write that in. Finger space. I. In. Well done. We're getting through this so quickly. Silly cats in silly. It's the same word. So I can just copy those letters out again because it's exactly the same word. This time though, it is not at the beginning of a sentence, so I don't need a big S. I can use a lowercase s. Not going to fit in there. I'm going to skip a line so I can read it really clearly. I'm going to write it in here, lowercase s. S, I, L, L, Y. Silly cats in silly hats. Very good. Cats, hats. They are rhyming words, aren't they? Cats, hats. The only thing that's different is the beginning sound. So cats, beginning sound is k, which is a C. Hats, what's that beginning sound? That beginning sound, see if you can find it for me. The same sound that we hear at the beginning of house. Yep, just here, our letter H. Very good. So it's the same sound as cats, but with an H. Hats. Tall, finger space, tall stick, tunnel. Now I know it's the same ending as cats because it sounds exactly the same. So that's super easy. I'm just going to copy that in. A, T, S. I'm going to read it back to myself to make sure I haven't missed any words. Silly cats in silly hats. End of my sentence. I need a full stop. Now I'm going to do my checklist. Have I got a capital letter at the beginning of my writing? Yes, I do. Tick. Have I got finger spaces? I do. Tick. We did use our word card, didn't we? Excellent. I can give that a tick. I was listening for the beginning sounds. Can give that a tick. And this time I remembered my full stop. Excellent. I can give that a tick. That was really quick. Tricks like finding words that we know and putting them into our writing, they can really speed up our writing and helps us with knowing the right letters to put in. Thank you for joining me for writing. Ka kite anō.